The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. Chapter 2. Father and Son. We will leave Danglars strangely with the demon of hatred, and adhering to insinuate in the air of the sweeper varies some evil suspicions against his comrade, and follow Dantes, who after having traversed La Cannebière, took the Rue de Nolles and entering a small house on the left of the Allées de Meilhan, repeatedly accepted the 4 flights of a dark stairs, hold the closet with one hand, while with the other he repressing the behavior of his heart, and pauses before a half-open door, from which he could see the whole of a small room. This room was occupied by Dante's father. The news of the arrival of the pharaoh had not yet reached the old man, who, mounted on a chair, was amusing himself by training with a trembling hand the nasturtiums and sprays of clematis, the clemander over the trellis at his window. Suddenly he felt an arm thrown around his body, and a well-known voice behind him exclaimed, "Father, dear father!" The old man uttered a cry, and turned round. Then, seeing his son, he fell into his arms, pale and trembling. "What ails you, my dearest father? Are you ill?" inquired the young man, much alarmed. "No, no, my dear Edmond, my boy, my son, no. But I did not expect you, and enjoy the surprise of seeing you so suddenly. Ah, I felt as if I were going to die. Come, come, cheer up, my dear father. I really, they say joy never hurt, and so I came to you without any warning. Come now, do smile instead of looking at me so solemnly. Here, I am back again, and we are going to be happy." "Yes, yes, my boy, so we will," replied the old man. "But how shall we be happy? Shall you never leave me again? Come, tell me all the good fortune that has befell you." "God forgive me," said the young man, "for rejecting at happiness derived from the misery of others. But heaven, no, I did not seek this good fortune. It has happened, and I really cannot patent to lament it. The good Captain Leclerc is dead, father, and it's probably that with the aid of Mr. Morel I shall have his place. Do you understand, father? Only imagine me a captain at 20, with 100 lowest pay, and I share in the profits. Is this not more than a poor salary like me could have hoped you?" "Yes, my dear boy," replied the old man, "it is very fortunate. Well, then, with the first money I touch, I mean you to have a small house, with a garden in which to plant clematis, nasturtiums, and honeysuckles. But what ails your father? Are you not well?" "'Tis nothing, nothing. It will soon pass away." And as he said so, the old man's strength failed him, and he fell backwards. "Come, come," said his young man, "a glass of wine, father, will revive you. When do you keep your wine?" No, no, thanks. You need not to look for it. I don't want it, said the old man. Yes, yes, father, tell me where it is. And he opened 2 or 3 cupboards. It is no use, said the old man. There is no wine. What? No wine? Said Dante, stirring play and looking alternative at the holy cheeks on the old man and the empty cupboards. What no wine? Have you wanted money, father? I want nothing now that I have you, said the old man. Yet, stammered Dante, sweeping the perspiration from his brow. Yet I gave you 200 francs when I left 3 months ago. Yes, yes, and more, that's true. But you forgot at that time a little debt to our neighbor, Cateros. He reminded me of it. Tell me if I did not pay for you, he would be paid by Mr. Morel. And so you see, lest me mind to you an injury. Well, why, I paid him, but, cried Dantes, it was 140 francs I own Caderousse? Yes, stammered the old man. And you paid him out of the 200 francs I left you? The old man nodded. So that you have lived for 3 months on 60 francs? Muttered Edmond. You know how little I require, said the old man. Heaven pardon me, cried Edmond, falling on his knees before his father. What are you doing? You have wounded me to the hair. Never mind it, for I see you once more, said the old man. And now it's all over. Everything is all right again. Yes, here I am, said the young man, with a promising fortune and a little money. Here, father, here, he said, take in and send for something immediately. And he emptied his pocket on the table. The contents consisted of a dozen gold pieces, 5 or 6 fever francs, pence, and small coin. The content of the old Dante's brigand. Whom does they belong to? He inquired. To me, to you, to us. Take it by some provision. Be happy, and tomorrow we shall have more. Gently, said the old man, with a smile, and by your leave I will use your prose moderately, for the would say if they solve me by too many things and time, that I had been obliged to await your return, in order to be able to pushkin them. To ask you please, but first of all pray, have a sorrow, father, I will not have you left alone so long. I have some smugglers' coffee, and most Captain Tobacco, in a small cheese in the hold, which you shall have tomorrow. But haste, here comes somebody. Caderousse, who has here your arrive, and no double comes to congratulate you on your fortunate return. Ah, lips that say one thing, while he hears sing another, murmured Edmond. But never mind, he is a neighbor who has done us a service on a time, so he is welcome. As Edmond pauses, the black and bearded hair of Caderousse appeared at the door. He was a man of 25 or 6 and held a piece of cloth, which behind a tailor he was about to make into a coat-ling. What is it you, Edmond? Back again? Said he with a brow Marcellus Arcant, and a grin that displayed his hero will teach? Yes, as you see, neighbor Caderousse, and ready to be agreeable to you in any and every way, replied Dantes, but ill concealing his coldness under this cloak of civility. Thanks, but fortunately I do not want for anything and enchanting that at time there are others who have need for me. Dantes made a gesture. I don't know, alluded to you, my boy. No, I lend you money and you returning it. That's a like good neighbor, and we are quits. We are never quits with those who obligate us, was Dante's reply. For when we do not owe the money, we own the guaranteed. What's the use of mention that? What is done is done. Let us talk of your happy return, my boy. I had gone on the quiet too much a piece of mulberry clothes when I meet friend Danglars. You at Marseille? Yes, say he. I saw to you very at Smyrna. I was but how back again. And where is the boy? Our little Edmore. Why, with his father no doubt, replied Douglas, and so I came, added Caderousse, as fast as I could to have the pleasure of shaking hands with a friend. Worthy Caderousse, said the old man, he is so much attached to us. Yes, to be sure, I am. I love and esteem you, because honest folks are sorry. But it seems you have come back rich, my boy, continued the tailor, looking askance at the handful of gold and silver which Dantes had thrown on the table. The young man remarking the greatly glance which shone in the dark eyes on his neighbor. Eh, he said negligent, this money is not mine. I was expressing to my father my fear that he had wanted many things in my absence, and to convince me he impeded his portion on the table. Come, father, added Dantes, put his money back in your box, unless neighbor Caderousse want anything, and in that case, it is at his service. No, my boy, no, said Caderousse. I am not at any want, thank God. My living is sweetest to my means. Keep your money, keep it, I say. One never has too much, but at the same time, my boy, I am as much obliged by your offer as if I took advantage of it. I was offered it with goodwill, said Dantes. No double, my boy, no double. Well, you stand well with Morelli. I hear you're in century dog you. Mr. Malay has always been expediently kind to me, replied Dantes. Then you very wrong to refuse to dine with him? What did you refuse to dine with him? Said old Dantes. And did he invite you to dine? Yes, my dear father, replied Moore, swearing at his father astonishment at the excessive honor paid to his son. And why did you refuse, my son? Inquired the old man. That I wish the sooner see you again, my dear father, replied the young man. I was most anxious to see you, but it must have vexed Mr. Malay. Good warm man, said Caderousse, and when you are looking forward to be captain, it was wrong to any of the owner, but I explained to him the cause of my refuse, replied Dantes, and I hope he fully understood it. Yes, but to be captain one must do a little further to one's patrons. I hope to be captain without that, said Dantes. So much the better? So much the better. Nothing will give great pleasure to all your old friends, and I know one down there behind the St. Nicholas did it who will not be sorry to hear it. Mercedes, said the old man. Yes, my dear father, and with your permission, now I have seen you and know you are well and have all you require. I will ask your consent to go and pay a visit to the Catalans. Go, my dear boy, said old Dantes, and heaven bless you in your wife, as it has blessed me in my son. His wife, said Caderousse. Why, how fast you go on, Father Dantes. She is not his wife yet, as it seems to me. No, but according to all probably, she soon will be, replied Moore. Yes, yes, said Caderousse, but you're very right to return as soon as possible, my boy. And why? Because Mercedes is a very fine girl, and fine girl never lack followers. She particularly has them by dozens. Really? Answered Edmore with a smile which had in trace of singularly earnestness. Ah, yes, continued Caderousse, and Captain offers, too. But you know, you will be captain, and who could refuse you then? Manian to say, replied Dantes with a smile which by ill concealed his trouble, that if I were not a captain. Ah, said Caderousse, taking his hand. Come, come, said the sailor. I have a better opinion that you of women in general and of Mercedes in particular, and I am currently that captain or not, she will remind every fighting to me. So much the better, so much the better, said Caderousse. When one is going to be married, there is nothing like implied confidence. But never mind that, my boy. Go, and announce your arrival, and let her know all your hopes and prospects. I will do direct, was Edmore replied, and embarrassing his father and nodding to Caderousse, he left the apartment. Caderousse lingered for a moment, the talking living of old Dantes. He went towards to rejoin Danglars, who awaited him at the corner of the Rhine. Well, said Danglars, did you see him? I have just left him, answering Caderousse. Did he ally to his hope of behalf, Captain? He spoke of as his sin already decided? Indeed, said Danglars, he is not too much hurry in appear to me. Why, it seems Mr. Murray has promised him the swing, so that he is quite adamant about it. Why, yes, he is actual insolently over the matter, has already offered his patronage, as if he were a grand personage, and proffered me a loan of money as though he were a banker, which you refuse. Most assuredly, I thought I might easily have accepted if it for it was I who put into his hands the first silver he ever earned, but now Mr. Dantes has no longer my kingdom for assistant. He is about to become captain. Pooh, said Danglars, he is not one yet. My boy, it will be as well if he is not, answered Caderousse, for if he should be, there will be really no speaking to him. If me choice, replied Danglars, he will remain what he is, and perhaps become every less that he is. What do you mean? Nothing, I was speaking to myself, and that he is still in love with the Catalan. Over heat and earth, but unless I am much mistaken, there will be a throne in the choir. Explain yourself? Why should I? It's more important than you think, perhaps. Do you not like Dantes? I never like upstarts. Then tell me all you know about the Catalan. I know nothing for currently, only I have seen things which indeed might to be believed, as I told you the future captain will find some announcement in the victrine of the villain informants. What have you seen? Come, tell me. Well, every time I have seen Mercedes come into the city, she has been accompanied by a tall, starping, black-eyed Catalan with a red complexion, brown skin, and freaking eye who the call coins. Really? And you think the cousin pays her attention? I only suppose so. What else can a starping chip of 21 man, wife a fine mage of 17? And you say the Dangler has gone to the Catalans. He went before I came down. Let us go the same way. We will stop at Lara 3. And we can drink a glass of a La Margue. Will we wait for news? Come along, said Caderousse, but your pay is a core. Of course, replied Danglars, and going quickly to the disagreement, plans the calling for a bowl of wine and 2 glasses. Parfumeur has seen Dantes, was not 10 minutes before, and answers that he was at the Catalans. They sat down under the building foliage of the planets and sycamores, in the branches of which the birds were singing their welcome to one of the first day of spring.